lineup there. For the Americas, we have former world champion Perdita Felicien and Lolo Jones going for the Americas, twice the world indoor champion. It's a good lineup here. In fact, we have 5 of the world's 10 fastest from 2010. And we have the 3 athletes who've won the last 4 indoor world titles at 60-meter hurdles. So let's meet the athletes. On the inside, it's the European silver medalist, this time and back in 2006, the Irish lady Derville O'Rourke. The 2003 world champion, silver medalist 4 years later, Perdita Felicien, the Canadian, goes for the Americas. She's got a personal best of 12.46, second fastest in this lineup. In lane 3, we have the Nigerian who won the African title this year, Seyon Adigun. 12.88, her personal best. One of only 3 athletes who've not broken 13 seconds this season. In lane 4, I think she may well be the favourite here. This is Sally Pearson, the Australian, who goes for Asia Pacific, the Oceania record holder. She's been in very fine form recently, second in London and Brussels in the Diamond League, and she's got close to that record this year, having run 12.57. Nevin Yanit was so impressive, the Turkish athlete who won the European title. She twice improved the Turkish record on that occasion, up to 12.63. She was well behind the top athletes in the world when she was 6th in the Zurich Diamond League meeting. Lolo Jones, not quite at her best recent year, but of course she has 5 Diamond League wins this year, and at her best is a formidable hurdler, twice the world indoor champion, twice US champion, and a best of 12.43 makes her the fastest in the field. In lane 7, Gnima Faye, the Senegalese athlete, goes for Africa. She was 2nd in the African Championships. There's a best of 13.35, so possibly a little outclassed by the rest of the lineup. And finally, we have for the Asia Pacific team the 3 times Japanese champion, Asuka Terada. Women's 100-meter hurdles. The favourites, Felicien going in 2, Pearson in 4, and Jones in 6. So alternate lanes with O'Rourke and Yanit possibly rather close behind them. So as we look down over the 10 flights of hurdles, we have the women lining up for the women's 100-meter hurdles. O'Rourke of Ireland for Europe, Felicien of Canada for the Americas, Adigun of Nigeria for Africa, Pearson of Australia for Asia Pacific, Yanit of Turkey for Europe, Jones of the USA for the Americas, Faye of Senegal for Africa, and Terada of Japan for the Asia Pacific team. World leader Priscilla Lope-Schleep of Canada, not here, 12.52, but the next fastest is, that's Lolo Jones at 12.55, and both Pearson and Felicien have been close on times this year at 12.60. So O'Rourke, Felicien, Adigun, Pearson, Yanit, Jones, Faye, and Terada, women's 100-meter hurdles. Oh, they don't get underway straight away, so we could have a disqualification here. That's always sad on these occasions. Tim, did you catch who that might have been?
Do you know, I didn't. It wasn't a great angle to be seeing it from, was it here? I'll tell you what, that might be Adigun. In 3, or was it Pearson even? Maybe Sally Pearson. Her head comes up very quickly there. Beside Yanit, hard to tell from that angle. Very
hard. It was very little in it, wasn't it? We'll just have to see what the judges reckon. The camera's looking there at Faye of Africa.
No disqualification, green card shown.
No, there's no disqualification. In fact, they're ruling it a faulty start. There certainly was a lot of noise in the stadium just as they got to their marks. So for the second time of asking, the athletes take to their marks in the women's hurdles. No disqualification. We had a faulty start. So once again, it's O'Rourke of Europe, Felicien, the Americas, Adigun of Africa, Pearson for Asia Pacific, Yanit for Europe, Jones, the Americas, Faye for Africa, Terada, Asia Pacific. Quiet in the stadium now as they settle and get ready for this race. Top athletes very close on times this year. Felicien in 2, Pearson in 4, European champion Yannitt in 5, Jones in 6. Get underway, Pearson away well, so too Adigun inside her, but Pearson now coming clear of the field. O'Rourke going well on the inside, but it's Pearson opening up a big gap ahead of Lolo Jones. Lolo Jones finishing fast and very close on the line, and Felicien came up to challenge Pearson there with Jones in 3rd place. It's very close, 12:65 shown on the clock. Slight headwind there of 0.5 seconds. They don't know who's won it. Jones is wondering, Pearson will be wondering, Felicien will be wondering. Let's take a look on the replay, Tim.
Well, fabulous start from Sally Pearson. She really has got her act together this season. She's had a wonderfully consistent second half to the year, but I think she won it comfortably. I don't know who took second. It was very tight between Jones and Felicien. I rather think there that over in lane 2, it was Felicien who took second place. Certainly Pearson leading at this stage. At the dip there, well, I'll tell you what, maybe Lolo Jones on the dip. No, it's been given to Pearson.
It's very close indeed. I mean, Felicien gained so much ground, not quite enough, and Jones did enough to think that she could have won it, but no, Pearson gets it. 12:65, 1/100th of a second, the verdict over Lolo Jones. There is the photo. Well, I don't know, you've got to draw the ruler down there. Yes, I suppose if we do that, one can just see, but it is mighty close. We can be sure that Felicien was 3rd, and it's Pearson given the verdict over Jones. But there wasn't much in it. They've given it a 100th of a second. I reckon if you go to thousandths, it'll be less than that, the margin between the two of them.
Incredibly tight. Neven Yannitt, the European champion for Europe, they're down in 4th place, 12:84 from Yannitt. She hasn't been able to find that European championship gold medal winning form, but what a race that was. The first 3 covered by 3/100ths of a second, and let's have a look at it again. On the replay, the first replay, I thought Jones nearest us took it with a big dip, but no, Pearson gets it, the Australian. You heard her shriek of delight on hearing she'd taken a couple of huge scalps in Lolo Jones and Perdita Felicien. She is a wonderful competitor, Peter.
She certainly is. I mean, I think it was probably a surprise to some people when she got that Olympic silver medal. But she has shown over the years, and she's still only 23, remember, and that makes her the 2nd youngest in this field. And she'll be looking for a Commonwealth title. Sally Pearson given the verdict in 12:65 by 100th of a second. Lolo Jones. Perdita Felicien in 12.68 in 3rd place. Great race.